smart thing for her would have been to kill us on the spot. And just nab the whole data core thing. No, I think she's playing the long game, and she's very much in it to stab the Zenith people in their invincible backs. Ain't no such thing as a good billionaire. Well, let's not go judging people like that, okay? I mean, there's all kinds of people.
Beta told me your colony was destroyed. That you came back to Earth because you had nowhere else to go.
It's true. After we reached our destination, a planet in the Sirius star system, we spent decades building a new home. The physical constraints of Earth, the boundaries of mortality, gone. To think of what we could have done with it. It might have been a utopia. Instead, we stagnated, absorbed in effortless comforts and virtual realities. It took a cataclysm to finally yank us out of our stupor.
What happened?
A massive geological event. We knew of instabilities in the planet core, but we underestimated them. By the time the collapse was upon us, it was too late to stop it. Only a few of us made it to the ship in time. We set course for Earth, the only safe harbor left to us.
Which you decided to make unsafe for anyone else.
Not me. Gerard. He believes it's better to wipe the canvas clean than work around the smudges. No more primitive tribes, no more combat machines, only a blank slate to do with as he pleases. But we will stop him. All we have to do is get into that base.
What exactly is your plan to sneak into the Zenith base?
We will make use of a lesson I learned from an early age. Always know your exits. In this case, a place where Gerard's new construction meets the ancient foundation, a passage that only I can access. When Silence flings his army at the base, we will enter through this back door, bypassing most of the fighting. The distraction will provide us with a window in which to rescue Beta and Gaia.
Wait, so are we just cool with letting Regala take over all of the Tenakth and then throw them to their deaths at their doorstep? Are we cool with that?
Once we're inside the base, where will we find Beta and Gaia?
Here in the command center. By then, Gaia will have been reunited with all of its subordinate functions, including Hephaestus.
What about the alpha build of Apollo on your ship?
A simple matter of recovery once the others have been dealt with. With that in hand, we'll have everything we need to make this world as it should be.
How do you know about Silence's plan?
He isn't the only one adept at spyware.
You hacked his focus?
No, he's too careful for that. But his subordinates? Not so much. He gave additional focuses
Always
to
the
the tribals who
subordinates.
branded the Sons of Prometheus.
The
So
ones
hard to
working
find
with
good help these
Regala.
days.
By tapping their focuses, I learned about most of his dealings. The distribution of override technology, the arming of Tanakh rebels, and the secret pact with Regala to attack Gerard's base.
But how did he come up with a weapon that can take down your shields?
That's the one thing I haven't been able to figure out, but however he did it, I'm quite certain it will work. With it and the Tanakh army, victory seems to be within his grasp. Such a shame he'll be disappointed.
Did Silence figure out how to break their shields? Do you think it has something to do with the... not Hephaestus... What was the name of the other murder AI in the first game? Jesus. Not Mordor. Hades, yes. Maybe he still has Hades. You pressing X on silence being clever enough to detect benign hacker by being hacked by someone at the far seen people tech level. I mean, I don't know. He has had a lot of help from Hades. But technically, Hades was left in some sorry state when we found it. Unless that was a copy, and he wants us to believe that Hades has been reduced to a smoldering pile of rubble, which he could easily do by just copying like the core without its memories, and then doing a thing. He is savage, I know, but that doesn't mean that he's dumb or not smart. Yeah, there are a lot of red flags, Jellyfriend, to make this world as it should be, referring to guys it rather than she. Yeah, there is a lot of things going on here. I think she is making a power play on the Farsinith. She wants them gone, and maybe then once we done everything, something, backdoor Gaia, giggity, and become the ruler of this primitive people and watch art and drink tea while others just graft around her. I don't know. There's being smart and then there's being there when the dark magic was written. I mean, yes.
Regala's only interested in killing Hikaru and waging war on the Karja. What does she have to gain by attacking Zenith?
It's the price she must pay for her war. Without the ability to override machines, her little rebellion would have languished in the desert.
So she trades with the Sons of Prometheus. Machines to help her overthrow Hikaru.
In exchange for an assault on the base. Pride has deluded her into thinking she can actually survive such a battle. And all without ever knowing who the Sons of Prometheus really answer to. Yet for all of Silence's brilliance, still he underestimates you. That blind spot is what will allow us to take Beta and Gaia right out from under him.
While hundreds of Tenakth are cut down outside.
What if, chat, what if? What if Tilda and Silence are in cahoots? What if they're actually working together? What if Silence got the tech and the know-how to beat the shield tech from Smart Lady over here? What if she's orchestrated this from the get-go? Silence was minding his own business, extracting knowledge from Hades, until this lady came along and like, hey, how would you like even more knowledge? And he's like, tell me more. Ayla's being playboy. Come on. Come on.
So you knew Elizabeth. What was she like?
Liz was everything she was. I see in you. And more. Your ingenuity, your determination, your moral compass. You've managed to distill her greatest qualities and make them your own.
I'm not asking about me. Tell me about Elizabeth. What was she really like?
The honest answer is that I don't actually know. For all the time that I spent with her, she always kept a part of herself locked away. It was like that from the moment we met.
So when you met Elizabeth, she was what? Distant? Aloof?
Not aloof. Not exactly. It was a summit in Paris about machine learning. A touchy subject in those days. Because regulatory authorities were just starting to clamp down on AIs. Liz gave the keynote address. She had already achieved great renown for her work in automated environmental reclamation. But in her address, she was just starting to imagine the next step. An AI-driven system that wouldn't just act on its programming, but actually take responsibility for its sphere of influence.
To care about life. Not just follow orders.
Revolutionary stuff. I was fascinated. And I wanted to meet her for a long time. I watched her after her talk. She had spoken with such moral authority, such empathy. But after that, she retreated. I could tell she felt uncomfortable with all of her admirers. It was as if giving the talk had cost her something. I didn't want to be a pest, so I planned my approach carefully.
So how did you finally approach Elizabeth after her talk?
I picked the right moment. The morning of the next day, right as she came back to the conference, she had just had her coffee. She was fresh, rested. It was like she had braced herself for the onslaught of colleagues. I asked if I could walk with her, then put forth a question about her talk that I thought was intelligent. Her answer made me realize it wasn't, but she was very welcoming. Almost as if we were previously acquainted. It was only halfway through the conversation that I realized she knew exactly who I was. It was quite a shock to me. My business was trafficking in secrets, and I took great pains to protect my anonymity.
Did
so
you
that was
now?
Liz, perpetually one step ahead. I came to view our meeting as a metaphor for our friendship. She always seemed to know me far better than I knew her.
I guess I know the feeling.
So for somebody who took great steps to protect her anonymity, she got clocked by both Farsinit and Liz? Maybe this lady wasn't so great.
First Varl. Now Hikaru and the Tenakth. Your plan would wipe out an entire tribe. There has to be another way.
We are in an admittedly desperate situation, but I assure you there isn't. Remember Zero Dawn. Elizabeth's sacrifice.
Oh, don't go there.
Sometimes
Don't you
we
dare
have
go
to
there,
die
lady.
For a new world to grow.
If it looks impossible, look deeper. Wait. The data channel. It still exists, doesn't it? I need you to open it. Let me talk to Beta.
Impossible. We might be detected.
It's worth the risk. There is another way, one where the Tenakth survive.
But we won't. If the others...
If you want to help, open it.
Yikes. Also, didn't you say they hadn't found it for like thousands of years? How would they find it now? It's fine. It is fine. Do you think there's loot in VR? Can we have VR loot? Uh-oh.
What are they doing to her?
Virtual reality dissociation. The manual merge of Hephaestus will take hours upon hours of tedious micromanagement. If she resists the work, they run simulations to induce feelings of isolation and despair.
Beta, can you hear me?
You're alive. They're watching me. I can't hold up this extra protection for long. You should have killed me.
No.
Girl.
No, look at me. I'm coming for you. I promise, okay? I just need you to hold out a little while longer and work on the merge.
Then I think it can be done.
I'll contact again when it's time. Can you hold on?
As long as I know you're coming for me, I can endure anything.
That's what she said. Wow!
All right. I did as you asked. Now I think you need to tell me what you're planning.
I'm going to take Silent's army away. I don't need it. Only the weapon he made to penetrate your shields.
And how do you propose to get it? Ask him nicely?
Yeah,
Without
that's worked
Regala
before.
and her rebels, he won't have a choice. We'll be his only option.
Only option for what? What did you tell her?
That is between me and my sister.
Wow!
Will be Silent's only option
Sass.
for crashing that base. I'll tell you the rest later. But first, there are a couple of things I have to do.
Oh. And what are those?
Lay my friend to rest. And then I'm going to use the override that Beta gave me at Gemini to put an end to Regala's rebellion.
Can we have F's for world, please?
Wait. Since you insist on doing things your way, I know of something that will truly help you make a grand entrance with the Tenat.
Press F to pay respects.
The ancient Horus Titans still possess electromagnetic energy cells as part of their arsenal. Drop one of those on Regala's army and they'll receive quite a surprise. So go, do what you must. I'll come to your base if you manage to bring silence to the table.
Not if. When.
And she's surprised. It's like she doesn't even know us.
I'll have to find more machine sites to get the parts I need.
Yeah, this is what I was talking about. Like, how there are still so many mysteries unsolved. Oh. Hello there, Brenda. How you doing? Wait, hold on. What, this? Also, how did she get that fancy breakfast stuff in here? Oh, hello. Sterling Malkit's Yusit Enigma? Too much reading.
It's not gonna take much damage from fire.
Two Apex Bellow bags. How about we stay out of their beast bags for now? I see you, loot. I see you.
Looks like there's more to this place. I'm sure Tilda won't mind me poking around. But how to get through these vines?
I'll get down. Metal flower, okay. Where though? Down there. F's for Warl. Yeah. Cyber attack by the far-right anti-migrant group. Pure Action Europe reverse key instructions to the city's new storm surge barriers, turning them fully open during a massive extratropical cyclone. The resulting flood cascaded through the city in a matter of minutes, effectively wiping it from the face of the earth. I was one of the lucky ones, recalled survivor Tilda van de Mea, who was 8 at the time of the attack. My family was wealthy, we had watertight vault for some of our most precious belongings. My father locked me inside when he went to look for my mother, so I waited there in silence as the waters rose, praying every moment that my parents would return. They never did. As horrible as that sounds, Tilda was lucky indeed. In addition to her parents, the flood killed more than 100,000 people, including approximately 40,000 climate refugees. Ooh, sheesh. Yeah, he bought the farm. He bought the farm for sure. Maybe here? Oh yeah. Mind if I do? Oh. I have a feeling we're not supposed to be in here. Dadgummit game! Fix your hitboxes. Oh, goodness gracious me. Was it even hard to get in there? You had a movie room? No, that's a lecture room. That's not a projector screen. That's a blackboard. You had a lecture room? Where is that daggone flower? I found a restroom. Fancy one of that. That's where we came up. We climbed there. Not sure what that's gonna be useful for. Wasn't there a room in the door in the room I wasn't supposed to be in? I didn't see a door. Ah, that's a car. Game, I'm not gonna accept being cheated out of loot. There's no climbing thing here. Everybody's skilled the game, I know. Oh, hello. Wow, game, dark. What this? I guess this is where we came up for breakfast. Oh, game, look. Please don't make things so dark we cannot see. Okay, so like getting up here seems to be the only, you know, path in. I mean, we were on the inside then. Or outside. Is this gonna bother me? The space lady. Yeah, that was on the outside balcony. And, you know, different light. How about this thing?
Fire piston on that machine.
I didn't even mean to go in there. I mean, that seems so obvious. This is the door you were talking about, Karen, right? No, this doesn't seem like the way we should go. Assuming we can get out again. Ow! Closet is in, yeah. Can we at least find a way to get back here? Well, we do have a fast travel pointer, so it's... Maybe come back later, question mark. But I'm so upset. No, the game told me to snoop around. How about we don't fight with it right now? I feel like I'm running around in the same area, and there's probably like an entire area that we're missing. But I have no idea where that would be. Especially not when everything is so dark. Jesus, so good. Jesus almighty. Game. Cheesy poof warning. Cheesy poof warning. Okay, maybe we can see stuff now. Thank you, game. Thank you. Okay, so this brings us down here. Where there isn't anything, now that we can see. Nothing out here, right? We'll check that. There's the stairwell. Nothing back here. This leads us to the outside again. Same thing here. Getting up there